morning. How are you?
Thank you, teacher Rajab, and you're most welcome.
Thank you very much. Sit down.
Thank you, teacher Rajab.
Praise God, brothers and sisters. Today we have a great opportunity to interact and spend a day with our brother, Mr. Rajab, who is a teacher and also is able differently. As we interact with him today, we'll get an opportunity to see how they see their world. And karibu sana, Mr. Rajab.
Thank you very much.
Please introduce yourself.
As you have heard, my name is Rajab Chetty, a Presbyterian member. I fellowship Nairobi West Church, and also I'm a teacher by profession. I teach grade 4, 5, and 6. Yes, that is me.
That is really good. Thank you very much. Maybe you can give us a brief story about yourself. Rajab as a boy. Where did you grow up? How was it like? How many siblings did you have?
I was born in Kakamega. That is where I was born many years. I can say it's a great opportunity. I grew in Nairobi since 1999. I've been in Nairobi up to now. I lost my sight. Before I lost my sight, I used to see very well without any difficulty. But 2010, encounter with accident when I was playing football. That is when I lost my sight, which I had to go back to start searching myself in this another world of disability. But grateful, here I am.
Yes.
Today I celebrate whom I am, being a teacher and also an oriented person in the society. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So when you first got the disability, or when you lost your sight, I believe you were learning in like a normal school with the other children and everything. So did your parents take you to learn sign language or braille? Not sign language, but braille, really, yes?
Actually, that time when I lost my sight, I'd already finished high school.
Okay.
Yes, I was starting to be enrolled as a police officer.
Oh, wow.
But on the way, it did not happen. So I lost my sight in that 2010. 2011, 2012. 2011 was just a year of searching about myself. 2012, I enrolled myself for rehabilitation, where I was rehabilitated, and all the skills that I had was brought back.
Okay.
Yes, so where I was taught how to use Braille. We know that Braille is another language of communication.
Yes.
So I was able now to communicate and also able to teach well using the Braille. And then also I was taught how to live independently or to move about with the white cane that I will demonstrate later.
Yeah.
That is what I was taught in rehabilitation, how to move to be independent in the society.
So now we've seen you interact with your pupils in class, and we were amazed at how independent you are. Actually, if somebody didn't know, they wouldn't even tell that you have a challenge with your sight. So the very first time when you became a teacher, first of all, what inspired you to become a teacher in the first place? Is that what you always wanted to do?
Actually, when I was in Form 4, I used to help my colleagues in their studies because mi nilizaliwa tu nikiwa mwerevu, so I used to assist them. So nikaona that passion of being a teacher is in me. So after losing my sight, now that is when I say, now, because I cannot be a police officer, I cannot be mtu wa mjengo, so the only I have option is be a teacher. So that I bring the knowledge to the learners. So that is how I learned to be a teacher. So you have just asked whether how am I oriented in the classroom?
In the classroom, because you moved around pretty well. You were able to use the chalkboard. You would write. You know your pupils. You
So-
will call them out individually by name. So how did you learn that, or how do you adapt to that?
Once you lose your sight, there is that sense that normally the sense of seeing now goes back to hearing. So once you talk, I will know this as so and so. That is how I normally master the learners in my class, by their voice and also their talking. Secondly, about writing on the chalkboard, remember that writing on the chalkboard, anyone can write once you have the ability and the determination.
Yes.
If today I close one of your eyes, sorry,
Yeah.
you'll be able to write, because initially you used to write. You'll know how to write. If it's ABCD, if it's numbers, you'll know how the numbers they look like. So it's that one really helped me, and the courage also to show that I can also write on the chalkboard.
Thank you. In the brief interactions we've had with him, we have actually seen him propelling that and just going about his day-to-day activity without really necessarily focusing on his disability, but most importantly, taking and maximizing his ability. What are some of the challenges you faced or you faced in your day-to-day life as someone who is able differently?
That is a good topic. One, the most challenge that person with disability we normally face is called stigmatization. People think that this person with disability cannot do it, but we go an extra mile of proving them we can do.
Yes.
So one is stigma, and then the other one is we call accessibility. If the class is not accessible to any person with disability, you'll find that our school is disability friendly. We have ramps. Any person, even a person with wheelchair can go. The class is well arranged. You saw me moving from one point to the other freely. Yes. So I've talked of stigma, and the other one is accessibility. So to me, I have the challenge with accessibility. Moving, unaweza pata mahali mtu amepark gari vibaya, so that is another challenge that na face. Wengine pia undermining. Yes, they undermine a lot. So there's a time mwalimu alikuwa anauliza, so how are you going to mark these exams? Forgetting I can mark. So the only thing that nilikuwa nataka muone, if when I'm marking the books of the learners, I was able to mark also the books of the learners very well without
How do you
any.
do that?
So I'll just
Do they write it in braille?
no,
or-
they don't write in braille. They just write in print. Mine is just ask where. So what have you written?
They read it out to
Yeah,
you
they
and
read-
then you mark it. for
Yes,
them.
if it's wrong, I'm going to put wrong. Yes.
And have you had any or a few cheeky pupils that will try and be cheeky here and there, and how to deal with that?
Of course, in every market, there must
Yes.
have a mad person.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that you're mad,
Yes.
but in any institution or a class, you'll never miss a cheeky learner.
Video there, yes.
So, such learners, we normally engage them in most of the activities. Yes. Unampatia a lot of assignment, fanya, natulia. Because those cheeky, we call them, they are in the part of disability, but their disability is not is mental. And they are very clever. Those cheeky boys, they are very clever. So we give them a lot of tasks to do.
Okay, and what are some of the challenges you deal with on a day-to-day basis outside the school compound, when you're out there in the society, when you're going about your day-to-day needs? Because I know you're a father. What are some of the challenges you encounter, and how do you handle them?
Challenges as a father, they are there. Yes. Sometimes you may arrive at home, unasikia unajua hakuna unga, so kama wewe baba will have unapambana so that unga ipatikane. But that is normal to every person. Yes.
But with your, like, how old is your child?
He's 3 years, 5 months.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you try to educate or sensitize him, and how is it different interacting?
To me, I just feel it's normal.
Yes,
just normal, the way the other children normally interact with their father.
Yes.
Mine is just the same.
And then there's this misconception that if you're abled differently, then most likely you'll also have children that have similar disabilities. Is that true or not?
That one is not.
It is very...
It will only depend if it's genetic.
Genetic, yes.
Yes. If it's not genetic, the disability will not go. But if it's genetic, if mine was me being disabled, or a person with visual impairment, if mine was through the birth, then I get a person, a wife or a girl with the same problem, automatically my generation is going to be full of visual impairment.
Yeah.
But mine was just accident, so nothing. So that's just misconception.
Thank you very much. So what are some of the things you would like to see going forward in terms of inclusion and, like, the stigmatization we talked about? What are some of the things you can do in the society to ensure that people are more aware and are more understanding? Because some of the things that bring about stigmatization is lack of knowledge and information. So what are some of the recommendations, so to speak, as someone who has walked in that shoe? Wanasema, for you to know where the shoe pinches, you have to have worn it.
Yes.
You have worn it. You have walked and lived with disability. So what are some of your recommendations you might have to the society, and specifically to our church? What are some of the things we can do to ensure that there is more information, so that we can deal with stigmatization, we can help in accessibility and stuff like that, that can make life more bearable and adaptable to help you in your day-to-day life?
Good. So one, creating awareness. The way we are doing, creating awareness, it's actually going to help most of people. We know that there's those families, they have hidden their children because they don't want to be hii ni kasi laana hawa nini. But once this information reach to everyone through creating awareness and also doing a lot of sensitization in the society, actually is going to help much in the in curbing this stigmatization. Yes.
Thank you. And when we started the interview, you told us you're born again.
Yes.
How has your faith helped you in this journey?
Actually, let me tell you, minus faith, it's very hard.
Yeah.
So it's needs you have God in you. Naambia tu Mungu nipe nguvu day and night. So minus faith, actually you'll find that this luggage is very heavy to carry.
Yes.
The way I believe that I can teach. Then good to go. Yes, faith is very important.
So you have put your faith in God and you do everything through Christ that strengthens you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your day with us. You have given us a glimpse of how your day looks like. I hope we get to appreciate some of the things we take for granted, and we can be more inclusive and receptive to our brothers and sisters. As we continue to grow as a community and as a church, may we be more open to include our brothers and sisters, to be sensitive, and to be willing and ready to adapt to ways that will make their lives more better. Thank you very much.